You are welcome again to Top Attachment. Today, we're going to look at another aspect of uh, geometry, still on sector. Um, I want to appreciate some of you that have subscribed to this channel, so you can recommend this channel for as many people as possible so that they could benefit from our content, especially those sitting for GCSE exam and other related examination. All right, so we're going to look at another question today. Uh, this question is testing your ability to relate sector to a cone, sector to a cone. So we're going to look at the question, and just like the normal approach we use, the question and answer approach to driving the knowledge. So I want to believe you've gained a lot through our subsequent our previous videos. Okay, so let's look at this again. So in this question, you are given uh, a sector. The diagram shows a net. So the shape of the net is a sector. So the net is a sector of a circle. So the radius of the circle is 10.3 centimeter. And the angle that at the center of the circle is 120 degree. Okay, so the net is used to make a cone. So the question says, calculate the vertical height of the cone. So how do you get this calculated? So you have to give your answer correct to three significant figure. So before you can answer this question, you must be very creative and try to visualize it and see how you can fold this sector to form a cone. So let's dive right into it without wasting much of your time. So if you look at this, how do we go about this question? The first thing is to start from the known to the unknown. So you are given a sector. So you are given a sector, and the sector has a radius. So the radius of the sector is 10.3 centimeter. Okay. So the angle of the sector, which is the cutout angle, is 120 degree. So how do you use this information to find the height of a cone? So if you look at a sector, the sector that was drawn, so you have something like this. This is a sector. So you're given something like this, right? So this is 120 and this is 10.3. So if this sector is folded, the net is folded, you are going to have something like this. You're going to have something like this that looks like this. Okay, so what you have to find is the height of this cone. So the height, this. So this would be uh, the radius of the cone, right? So before you can find the height of this cone, so this is the slant height of the cone, L. So the slant height of the cone is the same with the radius. Let me call this big R so that you can easily differentiate it. So uh, this is big R. Okay, so just follow me. It's very simple. You can easily get it. So this is big R. Okay. All right. So with these, you can see that this is the arc length of this sector. So the arc length of this sector formed the this base area of the cone, or base surface of the cone, which is the same as the circumference of what you see here. Are you getting it now? This is like a circle. So, so if you relate the two together, so what are things you can easily relate? So we can say that this arc length is the same, has the same perimeter with this circle here. So what are we saying in essence? We are saying that the arc length of the cone, for the cone, which is the arc length, is the same as the circumference, the arc length of this sector rather, the same thing as the circumference of the cone, right? So you can easily say, so what's the arc length of this sector? The arc length is given as theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. So we're going to use big R. So what is the circumference of the base of the cone? So the circumference of the base of the cone is, what's the circumference of the circle? 2 pi small r. So since they are equal, we can say that theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi big R is equal to 2 pi small r. So these can cancel this out, right? So you have, uh, from there, you can continue. So you have theta over 360 multiplied by, okay, this is multiplication, so multiplied by r is equal to r. So we want to find this r. So this r will be, so substituting what we know, you have 120 divided by 360, right? Multiplied by 10.3 is equal to r. So you're going to have a third multiplied by 10.3 is equal to r, right? So calculating this, your r should be, let me bring the calculator. So bringing up the calculator, we have r is 10.3 divided by 3. So r is so r is 3.433. So r is so calculating your radius, so r is 3.433 centimeter. Okay, so you can see that for you to find the height of the cone, so you already know the slant height. The slant height L is equivalent to the radius of the sector, which is 10.3, right? We know the radius of the cone now, which is 3.433. So using Pythagoras theorem, you know, that this is a right angle. Yeah, it's a right angle here. So using Pythagoras theorem, you can say that your h h square is equal to r square minus r square. So your h will be the square root of r square r square. So let's move to the next page. So from here, we're going to have, so your h, square root of 10.3 square minus 3.433 square, right? So solving this, you are going to have, so this will give you, using your calculator, this should be 10.3 square, sorry, 10.3 square, yeah, minus 3.433 square. So this is square root of 94. We have, well, 94.305. So this should be square root of 94.305. So using your calculator, so the height of the cone will be square root of this answer. So that will be 9.711. So 9.7711. So we're going to have this to be um 9.711. Okay, centimeter. So you are requested to write your answer and correct it to 3 significant figures. So that'll be 9.7 centimeter. Rounding off to 3 significant figures. So it's no more than this. There was a little bit of long work. So what did we do? We moved from known. So we were given the radius of the sector and the angle of the sector. So you're able to visualize it. So when the sector is folded, that is the net, so it formed a cone. So you have to find the height of the cone. So to find the height of the cone, you need to look at similar parts of the two shapes. So you can see that this arc length forms this base of the cone. It forms the base of the cone, right? So the arc length is equal to the circumference of the base, right? The circumference of the base of the cone. So using that, so the arc length of this sector is this, and the formula for the circumference of the base is 2 pi r. So considering the two, you're going to have 2 × 360, which is 120 over 360 days. So you calculate the r, which is the radius of the cone. So we got the radius of the cone to be 3.433. So that is not the final answer. So the answer, the question says we should find the height of the cone. So considering this is a right angle triangle like this. So using Pythagoras, you can see that h square, um, h square, yeah, is equal to L square, which is the slant height of the cone, minus r squared. So you know the slant part of the cone is the same thing as the radius of the sector. So from here, we can calculate, and that moved us to this particular one. So from here, we got, we're able to find the height of the cone. So it looks a little bit longer than what you've been doing on sector, but if you follow the step one after the other, you will agree with me that it's a very simple question. Just the ability to visualize how the sector, the cone could be formed from a sector. All right. So thank you very much for uh, keeping in touch all the time. And I believe you have learned one or two things from this tutorial. So I wanted to do well to subscribe to this channel and click on the like button and the notification button to see more videos like this. Do well to invite your friends. So see you next time. Thank you. Bye.